Hey guys, welcome to our podcast. My name is Jaelyn,
I'm Larry.
I'm Kyah.
And I'm Adri.
and we read Waiting
Waiting
for
for
Godot. So, for those of you who don't know, Waiting for Godot is a very well-known play of the theater of the absurd that was written by an Irish playwright named Samuel Beckett and first premiered in France in 1953. Very important play. Theater of the Absurd was a post-World War II theater movement that was trying to reject the idea of like traditional drama and go into more like abstract and absurd ideas.
So, Waiting for Godot starts with two dudes. What are their names?
Vladimir and Estragon.
Yes, starts with them. They are waiting by a dead tree for a guy named Godot. So yeah, they're waiting. They're waiting. Godot, where is he? Where is he, man? Then two other dudes, Lotso and Lucky, show up, and Lucky is his slave.
R.I.P. Lucky. He didn't deserve that.
No.
Next, this boy shows up, and he's like, "Sorry, guys, Godot's not coming today. He's coming tomorrow."
And they just end up leaving.
And they leave. And
Except in the stage directions, they don't actually leave,
They don't actually leave.
which is kind of crazy. They keep saying it. They keep saying
Yeah.
that they're going to leave and they never do. What?
They say it a lot more than once throughout the play.
They do.
Even like in the beginning, they say they're gonna leave and they don't.
It's just
They
wild.
never end up leaving.
So what are some of our like initial thoughts on the show? Did we have any like big strong opinions or big strong ideas about like what we read or
I think it was weird.
real?
Same here. It definitely was weird. And firstly, hearing that they would hang themselves just out of sheer,
Out of pure boredom.
yeah.
It's like it's so interesting that like on the outside this play is like a comedy like with such dark humor like at that time, but then like all of the themes are so serious. It's got such cool layers to it that I really enjoy.
Let's move on.
Yay! So when analyzing the play with the like small planet text in mind, it starts off with like the world of the play. We only see one thing. We only see one set, minimal set in the show. And we have very little information about the outside world. It's like very confined.
Tree.
Yeah.
Country road.
Dead tree, country road.
Time makes no sense in the show.
No.
Time is like, it's definitely passing, but you are confused, just like the characters are. And like, was yesterday actually yesterday? Is it gonna be tonight? What's gonna happen tomorrow? Did we meet these people? Like the time is so uncertain. That's really important for the show, definitely.
Yeah, and as to how like only has like how it starts bare at first and then with the 4 or 5 leaves in the second act.
Did that actually happen overnight, or like did we just skip forward to spring?
And when a day seems to pass by, other characters don't seem to remember each other.
Yeah, like Vlad is like the only one who remembers.
Like Estragon is definitely like that man can't remember nothing. But the only thing that we learn about that's outside of it is like the first time Patso and Lucky come through, they're talking about like the carnival that they were gonna go to, or like the fair where Patso was gonna sell Lucky. But that's the only other really mention of the outside world.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
The social world of the play. The social world.
We definitely see a dynamic between Patso and Lucky. Patso is clearly the master of Lucky, who is a slave. And we see that in more ways than one, not only through how he treats him, but also just how he kind of enters the scene.
Like Patso, he definitely has money. He's very entitled, especially in the first act. He thinks that everybody is beneath him because like the way that he even talks to like Estragon and Vlad. Like he's just like an asshole.
When we go to Act 2, the relationship between them kind of shifts.
A little bit, yeah.
Patso is blind when he re-enters the scene, and he's can be seen relying on Lucky to guide him.
He's now fully dependent on Lucky, even though before Lucky was just like entertainment to him.
It's like karma.
Yeah, for real. Definitely big karma there.
So poor Lucky. Just him being abused and everything.
He's kind of like trapped there, but by his own self in this weird, never-ending cycle. Yes, Larry?
What?
You went like this.
I was moving my glasses.
Oh. Oh, yeah. I guess Godot is some sort of power in some form, but it's unsure if it's like a social kind of hierarchy or if it's like a moral and in a religious way. Like they treat him like a god figure. Like in the European translation of the name, they call it waiting for God O, saying that Godot, God O, is just them waiting for God to come. So that's also something that could be social, where it's like, is he actually real? Is he not real? The social hierarchy, Pozzo has like a little monologue at the end about like, we all die, or he's like, we're all born, we all die, we all whatever. Like he's kind of in a way, like once he's blind, is kind of saying that like no matter where you are socially, none of it matters because we're all gonna die in the end.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Next.
What changes?
What changes?
So obviously we see like the dynamic shift with Patso becoming blind and having to rely on Lucky a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also like how we said before, with like the leaves on the
Yeah.
tree. A few of the characters barely remember anything.
Yeah, change is a very weird thing in this play because they're so subtle and but it's like so important and not remembering anything. And like Vlad at the end has like a little tiny like moment of clarity where he's like kind of realizing this cycle is stupid, but then falls right back into it. So it's like, are things ever truly going to change, or are these just like minor, seemingly unimportant things going to keep changing, but actually are important? No! Your free meeting ends in 10-minute brief intermission. We're so back. Should we move on?
Yes.
I guess like a main thing that like I got from it that like mirrors from the real world is a longing for a meaning. And then there was a lot of the like religious allegories in connection because I think that's just so unique. Like I've never read a play like that before. The religious uncertainty and like the idea that the play could be about God is never coming, God O is never coming, and we're seeking help. Like they seek answers. Like when they first are talking about like hanging themselves, they're like, oh, like let's just like wait for Godot to tell us what we should do. And they like pray to him. I just find that so interesting in a show because like you see that in real life. Should I make a decision? I'll pray to God and see if he'll tell me and give me a direction.
I definitely agree with you on that because of how so many religions rely on all different kinds of gods.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like is the fact that they're trying to find a meaning
Mm-hmm.
in a world that doesn't really seem to have a meaning, which does seem to kind of mirror real life.
Definitely. Finding a meaning and a purpose is hard, especially like in this world. Like in the world that's been set up, like it's a lot. Damn, this show hit deep. Wow.
Next.
Next.
Yeah, the character's fitting the pattern.
Woohoo.
Hold up. The character's fitting the pattern. Estragon resembles more of the body. He's always hungry. His feet always hurt. Vladimir is more of the mind. I think maybe that's why he remembers everything and Estragon doesn't.
Yeah, that would make sense.
They're both tied to each other, and that's why like they can't really leave.
Mm-hmm. Ties are
Whenever,
really important, like in this show.
like
'Cause,
wherever
like,
one goes, the other has to follow.
yeah, definitely. In a way, like Estragon and Vladimir are theoretically tied to each other, but then like Patso and Lucky are like actually tied to each
Tied
other.
together, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in both ways. Act one, there's an actual rope around Lucky's neck that Patso is pulling him around by. And then when Patso becomes blind, there's still the rope and they're just connected for that. But then like all of the characters also have like the ties to Godot.
Godot, yeah.
We're just waiting for Godot. Snacking
Big
on
guy.
a pink radish, not a black one. Just waiting for Godot.
And the two boys as well, don't they live with Godot? He feeds them.
Supposedly,
He lives
yeah.
wherever Godot works.
Yeah.
But
Does
with
he
like
still live in the sky?
they mention Cain and Abel, I would would the two boys be considered like a Cain and Abel situation?
They could.
I kind
In
of
a
got
way,
that
really, they could. Because,
because
like,
he beats one of them, he
yeah.
treats the other one.
So the one being beaten would be Cain, and the poster child would
It's
be
Abel.
Abel. Ah, I like that. I like
Mm.
that. There's just like such a never-ending cycle that they just keep falling into, and it's like they're fitting into this pattern that maybe Godot set, maybe they set, maybe Groundhog Day kind of effect.
The two, each act pretty much
Mhm.
they mirror each other.
Yeah.
They have basically the same events, just with very subtle differences. It's almost like a spot the difference kind of thing.
Low key, it's like one of those I Spy books.
Yeah.
The two pictures, and it's like circle or color in the things that are different on each page. Literally act one and two of this play.
Yeah.
I think it was a good show. I would give it an 8 out of 10. Because Patso pissed me off so much.
Yeah.
I don't know, every time he would come up, I just get really mad.
I listened to most of the show as like a audio recording, and he's even worse listening to the words, let alone like reading. Also, when listening to it, it was such more fast paced than like I was originally imagining it. It could have just been the recording, but like that would make sense as well if it was performed and directed to be fast paced, where things are happening so rapidly, but nothing is happening at the same time. My overall enjoyment, I would give it like an 8.5. I've heard about this show for like over a year now. Like I've discussed it in art history classes and like it's come up in conversations so many times. Such like an important piece of literature and playwriting, and I can see why. Like this is one of the only shows that I think I've read and actually kind of enjoyed. I definitely agree. I didn't like Pozzo, but his character was important. The idea of on the outside that it seems like it's just like a comedy that's absurd and makes no sense. When you dive like deeper into it, you get to see that it's like we all are just gonna die someday and we're gonna fall into our human cycle because that's what humans do and you can't break it. And that's just like that hits hard.
I think I'd give it maybe like a 7.5. I mean, I don't like dislike the play, but I guess it's not like my favorite. Honestly, two characters I probably dislike the most are Lucky and Patso.
Real.
I don't know how to explain it, but I think Lucky upset me more than Patso did. He was like very violent.
Yeah, he just kicks ex Estragon for
Yeah.
like zero reason. So
He
that
was
yeah,
just trying to
I
help
get you.
him.
I get you for that. Yeah.
I did like this play. It was interesting listening to it as well. I would definitely say an 8 out of 10 because as to what you were saying, Jaelyn, like now I feel like it's sort of makes me think about me being in my body a little bit because saying like as to like how there's like no meaning.
It's so strange. Like Samuel Beckett, is that his name?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Samuel
Yeah.
Beckett, after this play was written, he had like specifically said that he wasn't going to say what the meaning, like the true meaning that he envisioned of the play was. So like for it to be interpreted in so many ways and have so many layers to it, like why did he think that life had no meaning? Like why couldn't he see that like I don't think life has no meaning.
Well, I guess since it was after a time where people felt kind of
Hopeless.
hopeless, maybe putting that feeling into words kind of.
Different time, but can still apply to like a lot of people today. Like there's a lot of people that feel hopeless like in this time, and that sucks. Kind of like how I guess how Estragon and Vlad, like they keep coming back. That's bad for them, but they still continue to have hope, which is good, except for the times when they want to hang themselves. Oh, whoa, I feel like I just got really deep for a second there.
Yeah, the hanging part really, really got me because as I was listening to it, like it sort of was making me like fall asleep a little. And once I heard the hanging, I'm like, wait, what?
You locked back in?
They said it so casually too.
Yes, yes. That he wrote that as like a joke.
Yeah, like you're lighter than me, so you won't be able to hang yourself.
You're so fat. If
You're
you
so
go up and
fat,
try to
you'll
hang
break the
yourself on that
branch.
tree, it's gonna break.
It's like it's so messed up. It's funny.
What a show. What a show.
Radish, please.
I need a pink one. That was our discussion on Waiting for Godot.
Godot.
Yeah. I hope you like radishes, okay? I hope you like radishes, all right? We're getting a whole room full of only the black radishes. The pink ones. The pink ones. You're getting black radishes.
Black radishes.
Abandoned stinky shoes. And a bag of sand. You know what I mean.
Please. Please give us a grade. Yeah. I'm gonna fart
You just no face.
That was me.
No, that was fire. How did you just do that?
extra credit. That'll give us extra credit.
All right. I think we're good.